If you've spent any time trying to make Amazon KDP work, you've probably felt something like this at some point, where you stop guessing one niche only to start guessing another. You research, you compare, you second guess yourself, and eventually you start wondering whether any of it actually works. That's why today I want you to stop guessing, because I'm going to show you a KDP activity book niche that's quietly winning. Because while a lot of other publishers are jumping from niche to niche, there's actually an activity book niche that's been doing well consistently without much noise and without much competition. It's called the word fill-in puzzle book. And at first glance, it may look similar to crossword puzzles, but they work very differently. And that difference is a big part of why this niche keeps winning. So in this video, I'm going to break down what this book actually is, why it performs differently than crosswords, and why it's a much better place to start than most people realize. And if you stick with me until the end, I'm going to show you how you can start creating your own word fill-in puzzle book so you don't have to keep guessing what to do next. Now, if this is your first time here, my name is Jeff, and this channel is all about becoming self-sufficient when it comes to making money online. So if this sounds like you, feel free to give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and turn on that notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I release a new video. With that being said, let's get right to it. Now, here on Amazon, we're taking a look at the word fill-in puzzle book. Now, this one's specifically for seniors. That's why I have in here for seniors. And I think this is going to be a good niche to get into, a little bit more specific, a little bit more niche down. Total results 2,672. But look at the average bestsellers rank here on the first page, averaging less than 300,000 at 234,000. Now, when we take a look at the niche score provided by Titans Quick View, we see a 67, so pretty high there. And Titans Pro Analysis says demand is a 5, opportunity is an 8. Now let's take a look through these books. The book in the #1 ranking has a 101,000 BSR. The book after that, 500,000. And we have another book right here ranked at 190,000. And then there's this book right here ranked at 18,661. Now we can see right here in this box from Titans Quick View, the estimated royalties per month is around $26 to almost $4,000. So you see the potential here for this niche. Now going back down, we have this one. Now this one is a word search showing up in the word fill-in puzzle book. I mean, it still has a good ranking, but this is not exactly the type of book that we're looking for. There's another one right here, 243,000, and another one right here, 73,000. So you can see a lot of books here doing very, very well. Now, taking a look at this example, this one's titled Extra Large Print Word Fill-in Puzzle Book for Seniors with Starter Word. Now, this book is priced at $9.99. A little bit lengthy because that's the type of activity book this is, 175 pages. Now, this book has 80 puzzles. Originally, when they first uploaded this book, they only included 50 puzzles, but they have since updated that, added 30 puzzles. So we see 80 puzzles here. And this book is that typical 8.5 by 8.5 inch size. As you can see, the cover right here, just a very plain, simple cover, bright, big words, a sample of the interior right there, nothing too crazy. So this is not something that you need any sort of design skills to get a cover created. Look at the back cover. It's just basically a blank cover with a simple color. Now taking a look at the sample here, there's some introduction here, how the book works, how the puzzles work. And as we can see right here, the rules, you complete the crossword grid by filling in words that match the number of blank boxes provided. Words must interlock with one another as in a standard crossword puzzle. Each letter you place is a part of a horizontal word and a vertical word. And then as you can see here, solutions are provided at the back of the book. So this is how this works. Here's your puzzle 1, your 3 letters, and now these aren't actual words, they're just letters. I mean, you can have words here, but obviously included as well just some random letters. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 letters, and then here is the actual grid. Now with these letters, you're going to fit all of them into this grid without leaving a blank space and without leaving a letter off. So conceptually, it's a pretty simple puzzle, but if you were actually to create this manually, it could be quite difficult. And basically, this is the entirety of the book. You have a puzzle 2, same thing here, puzzle 3, puzzle 4, until the very end of the book where you're going to provide solution pages, and that's pretty much it. Now looking at the bestsellers rank for this book, 101,342. So that's good for 30-day royalties estimated around $100 to $150 per month. And that's actually not that bad because every book that you make, like I've said this before, is going to add and add and add. And so when you have multiple books doing well, all those royalties add up. And for the amount of work that actually is put into this book, making $100, $200 per month is actually very, very good. Now, these word fill-in puzzle books aren't doing well by accident, and the reason most people don't try this niche isn't because they think it won't sell well. It's because they assume creating the puzzles is complicated. They picture having to design grids by hand, manually place words, double check answers, format everything perfectly. And if that were still the case, most people wouldn't bother. But that's not how it works anymore. There are tools now that handle the heavy lifting for you. They generate the grids, place the words correctly, and give you a clean, usable puzzle every single time. So let me show you how. Now, this is the word fill-in tool that I use to create this type of activity book. If you want to check it out, I'll leave the link down below. But I'm going to show you how simple this works. So as you see on the screen, there's already a sample here or an actual word fill-in puzzle that can be included inside of a book. I mean, right here, you see the actual puzzle. There's even a clue right here. And then right here are the words that you can go ahead and copy and paste into the interior of the book. Now, if we actually look at the left-hand side here, there are quite a few options. You can change your book size around. Now, this isn't actually the book size. This is just the puzzle size. And when I'm dealing with this type of puzzle, any of these sizes actually work because what you want to think about is when you're pasting this onto one page, if you're going to include the words somewhere on the side, the bottom, and to incorporate all of that into one page. Now, if you're just going to put one puzzle on one page and then the words on one page, that's not a big issue. I would just go with the 8.5 by 11 inch size so it takes up the whole page. Now with the grid size, this is going to depend on your audience and whether you're doing a more difficult type of word fill-in puzzle or an easier type. Just to show you, this is what the small looks like, the medium, and then the large. Now, since we're focusing on books for seniors, I would typically just go with medium because I feel like the boxes here are large enough, even small, but even this might be a little bit too easy. So I usually just stick to medium because I find it's a balance between how easy it is to read and the puzzle isn't too easy. Now right here, the number of randoms, this is just the number of pages or puzzles that you want. You can include up to 100. Now, if you want to create separate custom puzzles, for example, one puzzle has 1 hint, another puzzle has 5 hints or 4 hints. You want to do one random at a time, but if you want to just bulk create, you can do up to 100 at a time. So let me just put this on 3 and I'll show you there are 3 random puzzles here, very easy to do. Now with the number of hints, if we go here to the puzzle, you can see there's 1 hint right there. Now if you want to add some more hints, you want to add up to 100 hints or even 10 hints. Now it makes it a lot easier. Now typically I like to do anywhere from 1 to 3 hints. So if you do 1 hint, there you go. Each puzzle now has a hint, as you can see, just like that. Now with the number of letters, you have a minimum and a maximum. And so I just keep it here from 2 minimum and max 20. You can always adjust this if you want. Now with the create mode, there are 2 options here with this tool. You can do a number version, which I can show you in a separate video, but we're just focusing on the words. Now keep in mind, I am using the highest version of this tool, so it does unlock these word categories. Now, if you're just using the basic version, what you would have to do is just add them right here manually, which is not that hard to do. Just enter your category name. You can say random, and then you can just add your random words here, 1 word per line, and then it's gonna show up here as a category, which you can go ahead and check. And then it will go ahead and upload those words to be used onto the puzzle. But honestly, you don't really need this because all you really need are random words or random letters. Doesn't really make a big difference. Now, if you were making a themed type of word fill-in puzzle, yeah, this could actually play a great advantage to you because as you can see, It's already all categorized here: dinosaurs, farm life, fairy tales, fantasy, and so on and so forth. But this could all be done manually as well. And then for the grid, I usually just keep this because it looks really good right here, but you can customize this if you want. And you can also customize the words, which you can change the font, the style, all these things. But I tend to keep this just default as it is because everything looks good. And as you can see, this is what it turns out. And it looks pretty good here. The puzzle, the words, and all you really have to do is just download it. You can click right here, this download button, or you can go ahead and click down here, download all of them. And then all we need to do is just upload these into a program like Canva to put it all together. Now here on Canva, I'm gonna create a custom size. I wanna create an 8.5 by 11 inch project and then create new design. Now I like to start off my books with a book belongs to page. So very simple, nothing too extravagant there. Now I'm just gonna show you how to start putting these puzzles in and how it should look like for this specific niche. So I'm gonna add a page. Now keep in mind, this is the back side to this page. And so for this book, I want the actual words on this page. So with the puzzles that I downloaded, I'm gonna go ahead and grab the words and just plop it there. And I'm just going to go ahead and make this bigger and just put it right there. Now that is one option. Now another option and a better option is to just go ahead and put your own text boxes in here and then just type it out yourself. You have your 2 letters. You can make it look a lot better. And then just copy all of these words onto here. So there's that, Oz. And you kind of know what I'm saying here. But for the sake of this tutorial, to keep it simple, we're just gonna put this as a placeholder. Now I'm gonna add another page. And now this page is where I want the puzzle. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the puzzle, drag it onto here. And there it is. And I'm just going to enlarge it. I'm not gonna put it all the way to the edge because there are margins here. Now, if you want the template here for the margins to basically tell you where to stay inside of this project so that your book doesn't get cut off during printing, you can go ahead and check out my Gumroad shop, download that file over there. But I'm just gonna go ahead and just make it smaller like that. And it's as simple as that. One thing that you can do is you can go ahead and designate this as puzzle 1, and we can put that up here. So we can go ahead and just make that a little bit smaller like that. And we can put puzzle 1 just like that. Very simple. Same with this. I'm gonna go ahead and copy this, put it up here, puzzle 1. Let's go ahead and move this down a little bit like that. Smaller, put that right in the middle. And there's your puzzle 1. And then add a page. This one will be puzzle 2. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that there, puzzle 2. Add another page here. Puzzle 2, and just drag and drop. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the puzzle right here. And this is just the process, not that very difficult. And then what you want is at the very end of your puzzles, you want to have a solutions. So go ahead and just type in like this, solutions. And then this is where you want to add all your solutions. So for example, this is puzzle 1. Here's the solution. Now, depending on how you want to do this, you can fit in as much as you want, but keep in mind, if you're building a book for seniors, they probably can't see this. So depending on this, I like to probably put 4. So let's go ahead and grab the second one here. I'm gonna go ahead and make it the same size. Now let's just go ahead and duplicate this, put that on the bottom. And then this is, and there you go. As you can see, this is probably the most manual work that you'll have to do are the solution pages. But here, I think this is a good balance here of how big it is and how many solutions you can fit onto one page. And then you're just gonna do that and add your solutions. You could do front and back to save some paper, but that's pretty much it with this book. It's not a very hard book to create. Just takes a little bit of time because this right here is probably the most manual part of it, but an actual creation of these puzzles, the tool itself creates these puzzles for you, so you don't actually have to do it manually, saves you a lot of time in the process and makes it actually pretty simple to create this book. Now, if you want the full process on how to create KDP books from beginning all the way to the upload process, you can go ahead and download my free KDP royalty roadmap. I'll leave that linked down below. It's going to cover all of the steps that I missed in this tutorial, and it's going to clear up a lot of confusion when it comes to KDP. So make sure to check that out. Now, if you want to try making these books yourself, I'll leave a link in the description to the word fill-in puzzle tool that I used in this video. It handles the grid creation, word placement, and formatting for you, which means that you don't have to spend time doing everything by hand or guessing whether the puzzle is set up correctly. It's just a simple way to shortcut the process, and it helps you focus on actually finishing and publishing the book. And if you're still early in your KDP journey and you want a clear roadmap to help you get started, my KDP royalty roadmap is also linked down below. It's free and it'll walk you through the fundamentals step by step. If this video helped you see what's possible, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss my next video. With that being said, thanks for watching. Bye for now.